The following is a clip, a snippet, from our panel discussion at the IACTP virtual conference that was held October 12th. I participated as a panelist and offered a frontline perspective to the questions that were tossed our way. This one that you're about to hear is my response to the question, how can staff deal with an administration that doesn't seem to care about the staff shortages? Roll the clip. I've always wanted to say that. And here's the problem of what I've been reading in the comments and what I'm just hearing is that administrative staff is saying, hey, be patient with us. We're doing things. Be patient with us. We're doing things. You don't know what we're doing. Be patient with us. The problem is right now in the correctional environment, staff is so beaten down by years of mandatory overtime, years of staff shortages, years of prolonged exposure to trauma that they weren't even taught how to deal with, and they're tired. So I'm not surprised that staff is grabbing pitchforks and torches and they need somebody to blame, right? So this is not just somebody put in the comment bashing administration, right? You're talking about guys and gals who have carried the weight of the facility, who have watched these people that Andy are talking about leaving and coming and going and leaving, and we're not privy to that information, right? All I know is that me and the same 5 guys have been on shift for 5 years. We've gotten no relief, no reprieve, and we are tired. But here's what I'll say. So I want to say this. Line staff 100% have a right to be pissed off. Line staff have a right to be jaded. Line staff have a right to be upset with the people that hire and fire people in their facility. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. But I will say this. Go get those answers. Be that bridge to go find out what's happening. Can you do something to help your facility? And the number one thing that you guys can do right now, and line staff's rolling their eyes and administration is probably already checked out, but here's the deal. Stop cannibalizing each other as line staff, as fellow correctional officers. Stop taking out the frustration, because you can't hold anybody accountable. You can't hold administration accountable. Administration can't make magically 50, 60, 700 officers appear and start working. But you have to make do with the resources that you have on shift tonight. And I get it that you're pissed off, and I get it that you're upset. I'm upset too, man. There's believe it or not, there's days that I want to put my fist through a wall that I don't see results because everything happens in these secret meetings. But me and you getting mad at each other doesn't do anything. Me and you sitting in an office together complaining that we're short-staffed still doesn't accomplish anything. And so what I want to ask you this, is your love for your brother and sister greater than your disdain for administration? And I hope the answer is yes. And if that's the answer, then we need to govern ourselves accordingly. We need to be a positive influence in each other's lives. Because here, look, at the end of the day, here's this. If we have a cell extraction, if we have a short shift, if we have a situation that we have to deal with, and the alarm goes off, what do you guys do? Do you sit there and you wait for admin to come around the corner and help and tell you what to do? No, you don't. You react. You handle your business and you do it. So we have to weather this storm the same way that we have before, right? They're working on the things that they're working on. And as slow and as crazy as it seems, they are doing things. But part of that, and Connie touched on this too, is we have to be ambassadors for this profession as well. So I'm pissed off. I'm tired. I'm sitting on my porch. I got my 3rd whiskey in me, and I'm telling my neighbor how bad it is to be a correctional officer right now because it's so taxing. He's never going to want to work this profession. He's going to tell people that he knows and vice versa. But if we can all go out, think about this. If we could all go out right now and find that one person in our circle, drag them to the facility, get them hired, we'd be overstaffed and it'd be good. So keep that positive attitude. Do whatever it takes to get your brother and sister through that shift. And then you got to be an ambassador for the thing. Let administration's going to do what they want. They've got red tape. They've got meetings. They've got, weekend retreats are going to. Line staff, we have a certain responsibility to help promote this morale, to help promote this profession as well. I'd really like to hear your thoughts on my response. And if you have anything to add, put it in the comments below. But I want you to know that at the end of the day, the only thing that we have control of is how we behave. And really the only thing that matters to me is how we interact with each other, with our sisters and brothers. Because it's those bonds
these relationships that make this a profession like no other. All right, guys, so as you head into your facility to work your upcoming shift, I want you to keep these things in mind, this response to the question in mind, and see if there's a way that you can positively affect the tone, the relationships that you have amongst each other. And stop letting the things that we can't control at the moment sour or stifle this movement. All right, guys, that's all I got. Until next time, be smart, stay safe, stay sane, and we'll talk soon.